You know, I'm gonna need a drink of water for this. Hold on. Bruh, why would Sony need to compete with Game Pass? It just makes no sense. Sure, it's a great month, but that doesn't mean it's a straight competitor. PlayStation Now is not PlayStation's focus. Exactly. Sony doesn't need to compete with Game Pass. It's two different audiences. PS gamers go out and purchase games at a higher rate than Xbox gamers do. Xbox needs Game Pass. PlayStation doesn't need a service like that. Literally spitting hardcore, unadulterated truth. Oh, really? This is so funny to me, man. I always say, do not say what these companies will or won't do. Never say never. It's funny because this used condom face right here, he said, if they do day and date, Xbox is done. Now it's if they do day and date. Before it was they would never do a subscription service to compete with Xbox Game Pass. Remember those days? They don't need to compete with Xbox Game Pass. PlayStation gamers go out there to the stores and they buy their games. PlayStation gamers have money. They don't need a welfare service like Xbox Game Pass. So now this used condom face is saying if they do day and date, Xbox is done. First off, if they do day and date, I think that's absolutely incredible with this brand new service that I will get to in a minute. Just give me a couple minutes, please. If they do day and date of this service, that would be incredible. I will subscribe immediately. But it's funny how the narratives change. These PlayStation fanboys for years said they would never do anything to compete with Xbox Game Pass. Now it's if they do day and date, Xbox is done, which I totally disagree with. This douchebag must have forgotten what IPs Xbox own. Doom, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are going to want to play those games. Starfield. I'm just saying. Now, if you guys haven't heard, PlayStation is planning to compete with Xbox Game Pass. Bloomberg reported that PlayStation is planning its own subscription service codenamed Spartacus. This would apparently be a 3-tier service, with one of them allowing access to a library of classic PS1, PS2, PS3, and even PSP games. Available on PS4 and PS5, expected this spring. Will merge PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. Tier 1, PlayStation benefits. Tier 2, access to PS4 and select PS5 games. Tier 3, access to classic library. Sony is also investing more heavily into cloud gaming. Now look guys, personally I love this, right? I love this, but I'm not here to tell you guys how I love this. I'm here to tell you guys how PlayStation fanboys once again are looking foolish from some of the things they said in the past. PlayStation is copying Xbox strategy, not because they want to be like Xbox, because Xbox strategy is working. PlayStation traditional strategy worked in the past, absolutely, no doubt about it. But Sony was looking at the numbers. Jim Ryan himself said the numbers was not adding up. We have 120 PS4s out there, and we only sold between 10 to 20 million of our biggest games. Something's not adding up. Xbox strategy obviously was right. Putting their games on PC was obviously the right strategy. Investing in cloud is obviously the right strategy. PlayStation isn't stupid. They're a very successful business, and they're doing this because they see what Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is doing. Adding PS Now combining it with PlayStation Plus, how Xbox is doing Xbox Game Pass, adding that with Xbox Live Gold. Now, in order for them to compete, they eventually have to include their exclusives day and date into that service. Otherwise, they cannot compete. They're not going to be able to compete with Xbox Game Pass, in my opinion. Now, it's just my opinion. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, PlayStation fanboys. Look, man, this is another narrative that's dead. Everything they have said about Xbox, PlayStation is doing. Everything they said is going to ruin gaming, PlayStation is doing the exact same thing. I'm telling you guys, if they're doing this, why don't you guys think they will do first party games day and date? At one point, I thought that they would never put their games on PC. I was wrong. One point, I thought they would never, make a service to compete with Game Pass. I was wrong. So let me tell you guys, don't be surprised eventually if they put those games in that service day one. I actually think it's inevitable. I think it's going to happen. If this service is going to compete with Game Pass, they have to. Xbox Game Pass is going to have some bangers in there. Starting next week with HaloInfinite. Hell, starting last month with Forza Horizon 5. Next year, Starfield, Redfall, Stalker 2, in the future, the next Doom, the next Fallout, the next Elder Scrolls, Perfect Dark, Fable, Hellblade 2. If they're going to compete with Xbox Game Pass, they have to put their first party games in there. But look, who am I? I'm just a old ass YouTuber. I don't know anything, right? For all of you PlayStation fanboys, for years, that bashed Xbox, saying Xbox Game Pass isn't sustainable. I wonder, will this service be sustainable? I wonder, will you guys ask those questions? Is this service sustainable? I would love to see if you ask those same questions. No, of course you guys are not going to ask those questions because you think PlayStation is flawless. All I'm saying is that never say what these companies will or won't do. This is the second or third video I have done like this year because PlayStation is doing some of the same things that Xbox has done. Just don't say they won't do it. Don't do it ever again. Unless you guys are stupid, you probably won't do that again or say that again. But look, I'm about to get out of here. Man, this shit is crazy. Twitter was on fire. Listen, for folks that listen to my channel that's not on Twitter, if you love this console war shit, Twitter is the place to be. Trust me. If you love this console war shit, Twitter is the place to be. If you don't like this console war shit, do not go to Twitter. Well, anyway, I'm about to get out of here, guys. This is crazy. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man. Oh, man.